Hello everyone, welcome to Funch. In our latest tutorial, we will be diving into the world of web design, and we will take you step by step to the process of creating a stunning landing page for a fictional resort named Royal Palms using the popular design tool Figma. Our tutorial will be covering 5 essential sections, each one designed to capture the beauty and essence of the exotic gateway. So without further ado, let's start designing. Okay, let's get started with this project. So first what you want to do is you want to import the Figma files that we have provided in the description. So make sure to copy them and paste them into your Figma file. And we have logo, text styles, images, colors, and icons. So let's start designing. So I want to get a frame of desktop. And I already named my Figma file. And we can select this desktop frame and you can scale it down. Make sure to scale it a little bit more. Let's give this a landing page design. There we go. What we want to do is we want to grab this image here, just copy it, and we want to place it here. But before doing that, let's grab another frame. Let's just put this frame inside this frame. Paste the image into it. And there we go, and you can lock it here. So this is gonna be the hero section. There we go. We lock the image, so the image is group 5. We're gonna lock it because we don't want to move it accidentally when we were working on this frame. So let's design the navigation here. So it should be 64 pixels of height. And let's scale it all the way here. Let's design the navigation links since we're at it. So let's write here home. This should be in Montserrat. We're going to be using Montserrat for body text. It should be 16 pixels. Align it to the center, copy it 3 more times, and just write here activities, spot, and blog. Select all of them, holding Control Shift, and distribute horizontal spacing and add 48 pixels. And just hold Control G to group them and align them to the center, both vertically and horizontally. There we go. That's out of the way. Now let's grab the logo. So we have a logo here. Just grab it and paste it into your navigation here. And what we're going to do now is we want to select the whole frame. So the main frame. I want to add a layout. Oops. We want to add a layout grid, not auto layout. I want columns. Want a margin of 96 pixels. And want a color of 30. Want 12 columns. There we go. Let's position this perfectly. There we go. Okay. So what we want to do now is want to design a button here, but for that purpose we're going to be needing an icon, an arrow icon. So just copy this arrow icon here and let's just paste this into the navigation here. Get a white color here. Let's write up some text here. That should be book vacay, meaning book vacation. Align them both and give them a spacing of 6 pixels and group them. What you want to do is want to create a frame around them. Click Shift A to add all layout and add 8 pixels top and bottom and 16 pixels left and right. Align them in your grid, position them center. What you want to do now is want to grab this primary color here, copy the hex code. Oh, sorry about that. And let's just add the blue color here. And it's not very visible because it doesn't have a fill. When we add a fill, it'll be fine. And let's add 4 pixels corner radius. There we go. We have our navigation designed. And what we want to do now is want to grab this name from this font family, Kaisei Haruno Yumi. We're going to be using that font family for the headings. So let's write up the heading here. So book your dream family vacation. Vacation should be down. Vacation and travel today. Align it to the left. I'll give it a size of 48. There we go. let's apply the font family here. Perfect. Okay. Let's design a text above this. It should be having a text above the title, so it should say Beach Resort Complex. This should be Montserrat, and it should be 18 pixels. Position it 8 pixels away. Let's copy this down one more time and add 16 pixels. And we're going to write up some description right here. So experience the local island traditions and enjoy all the high-end services for an affordable price. There we go. Let's position 20 pixels away from this title headline, and you can just select all of these and group them and align them vertically, not horizontally. There we go. Let's disable the grid, holding Ctrl+Shift+4. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, we have the hero page designed. So let's move up to the next section. Let's enable the grid here. And we're going to be writing up the title here. So your dream doesn't have to be a dream. Oops, doesn't have space to be a dream anymore. Enter, not space, to get on this another row. And let's add 32 pixels of font size, and just copy this font family from this headline and just apply it here. And there we go. And there should be a text below this, and it should say, take a look into one of our high-end resorts and book your adventure today to experience the best trips of your life. There we go. Should add 18 pixels here. Should be Montserrat. Now the line height of 26. We want it to be a little bit more readable. Let's position it 24 pixels below it. Let's write 32. Yeah, let's go with 32. Let's grab this blue color from this button, copy the hex code, and just apply it to this text. There we go. Okay, so we're going to be needing the two images here, two illustrations. So these two, just copy them and just paste them here. There we go. And should be 120. Okay. Let's make sure this image is positioned correctly in a 120 container. There we go. And let's design the first feature here. So it should say it's always warm. It should be in Montserrat. And it should be a font size of 20. And let's position it right at the top, breakpoint 16 pixels. There we go. And it should be medium. Let's write up the description right here. So we always have warm weather throughout the entire year, so you better get your swimsuits ready to cool off in the tropic climate. There we go. It should be 16 pixels. Let's position it 16 pixels below the title. There we go. And now we want to grab a font color here. So this text color. And let's just paste it. This text here. Now let's group these two elements. Group this as well. Let's copy it down one more time. Copy this element and paste to replace here. So you can see how reusable these components are. Let's position this 32 pixels away. And let's write here best tropic destination 2014-2015. Let's write here we are honored, be awarded as the best tropical destination choice for traveling in both 2014 and 2015 season. There we go. So let's select both of these. Should be 32 pixels of spacing and place this 40 pixels below this. And let's apply the same font color here to this as well. There we go. Let's disable the grid and it's looking good. So let's group all of these elements. Let's enable the grid one more time. And what we're going to do now is we're going to be designing a image here. We're going to be adding an image. So create a frame. Approximately should be half the size, maybe just a little bit bigger than this. Don't have to be just correct like I am, but make sure it's just a little bit bigger than half of the size. Let's give this a fill of red for the moment, and let's see how much space we have below this. So let's design another frame here. Make sure it hits the breakpoint here of this one. There we go. Let's add only 16 pixels of spacing, and let's scale this all the way through. And you want to divide this by 4. And when you do that, you want to subtract 16. And now you want to make 3 more copies, and now select all of them and distribute horizontal spacing. And it's 21 here, so let's give them a 137 here. Let's try again. Should be 20 now. Let's give them a width of 139 to hit the spot. So distribute total spacing again. There we go, 17. That should work. And let's grab our image here. So we're going to be grabbing this image, copy it, and just apply it into your frame. Let's scale it down holding shift, so it's going to scale correctly, and let's position it into the frame, the right frame. You can remove the color, and let's position it at the center, and you can hold Alt to scale it on both sides until you hit the breakpoint, and by still hold Alt and scale it left and right as well, and there we go. We have a perfectly scaled image. You can check the sides to be sure it's scaled correctly. Yeah, there we go. So we have 4 more images here that we need to add. So let's grab them. So these 4, just copy them and just paste them here. Control Z to undo it. Let's place them outside of this, and let's scale this image down. Copy it, just paste it here. Let's hold Alt to scale it. There we go. There we go. Let's grab the second one, scale it down, copy it, paste it here. By holding Alt, let's scale it up. There we go. Let's grab the third one. This should be the third. Control Z to undo. Holding Shift, scaling it, copy it. Control C to copy, by the way, and just paste it here. Okay, it's looking good. So we can leave it like that. And let's grab the last one. So scale it down one more time, copy it, just place it here. There we go. We have our section designed, so that's great. Now let's copy this font family name. Now let's write up a title here for our next section. So this is going to be the rooms and suites section. So let's write up the title. So rooms and suites. Font family is already applied, so that's good. Let's grab this blue color here and just apply it. Oops, apply it here. But before we continue designing that, let's group these and group this as well. Let's activate the grid and make sure to position this below our hero section approximately 240 pixels. There we go. This text should be aligned to center. Let's give some text below it. So let's write book your stay according to your budget and taste. There we go. Let's give this a font size of 16 and this should be in Montserrat. Let's grab this font color here, 212121. And let's position this 24 pixels below the headline. Let's group this and position this 240 pixels below this section as well. So the way I'm moving this is by holding Alt Shift. So I'm incrementing and I'm using the arrow keys on my keyboard. Okay. So for this section, we're going to be having 6 images here. So let's design them. I'm just gonna click F and I'm gonna hold Shift while I create this frame. So there we go. Let's copy it here and check if it fits a tall column. So it's fitting. So we can delete these two and we can design this one and then we can reuse it for the rest. And we need to grab the proper image for this. So let's grab it. So we're going to be needing these images here. So just copy them and let's place them close to us where we can use them. So scale this down. Just copy this, Control C. Just paste it here and hold Alt. Let's position it center. Hold Alt to scale it top and right. There we go. Perfect. Let's write up text here. So this is an apartment suite. Oh, actually it's a single bedroom, sorry. This is a single bedroom. And this should be 16 pixels is fine, so it should be 24 from the left. Let's copy it down one more time and this should be 14. And let's write here $240 a night. 150 actually. Let's select both of them, align them to the left, and position them below each other. Give them a spacing of 8 pixels here. So let's see here. We can reduce the size a little bit. So let's give this 14 and let's give this 12. 8 pixels. There we go. Group them and okay, that's 24 at the left and bottom. And let's grab an arrow icon. We're going to be needing this arrow icon. So drill down into this, just copy it, and select your frame and just paste it here. And this should be white. Let's write up some content inside this. So it should be more details. Want more details. 14 pixels. And let's position them both. And this should be only 4 pixels away. Group them and let's position this 24 pixels from the right and 24 pixels from the bottom. So the grid, and there we go. Looking good, but the only thing that we should do here, let's move this down a little bit. Let's add a rectangle here. Click R and just click rectangle here. And let's add a black color to this and set the opacity to 15. So you can see that it gives it a darker shade, so the text is more readable. And we can move the text back and position it correctly. There we go. You can see the text is more readable. And now we can reuse this. So copy this holding Shift. And let's copy these 3 down one more time. Should give them a 24 pixels. There we go. Okay, now let's add the rest of the images. So let's scale this down a little bit. Copy this and drill down into the image here. So it should be this on splash and paste to replace. And position it at the center and hold Alt to scale it. There we go. let's grab the third one. So scale it down, holding Alt, Shift, sorry, copy it, and draw down into the image. It should be Unsplash. So I'm using Unsplash to get these images. It's an open source library of images and videos, so you can grab one yourself if you're interested. Now let's scale the fourth one, copy it. Just gonna speed up here. So drill down into your component and select the Unsplash and just paste to replace. Oops. Let's see what we've done here. Let's undo. And paste to replace here. Hold Alt and scale it perfectly. So, oops, that's actually the same image. Let's copy this one. And let's scale it. There we go. That's the correct one. This is the fifth one. Let's copy it. Select the image. You can see there's an image icon, so you don't get confused. Let's scale this. Let's scale this down a little bit. Align it to the center, hold Alt, and just position it perfectly. There we go. And this is the last one. Promise this is the last one. I know this can be sometimes exhausting, but it's the process that you need to go through. Hold Alt and scale it. Okay, let's just change up the content for this one. So let's change up the title here. So this should be premium single bed. Oops, premium single bed, and this should be 180, and this should be apartment suite, and this should be 240 a night. And this should be small single bedroom. Let's add room to every picture here. So this should be 110, and this should be the king size suite apartment. This is the most expensive, 250. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we have that section designed. So what we're gonna do now is want to position this approximately 40 pixels above the images. And let's group all of this and position this 240. There we go. Looking good. Okay, let's design the next section. So this section, let's create a frame. Let's make it 480 pixels height. Let's give it a fill for the moment. Let's grab the proper image for this one. So grab this image, just copy it and just paste it here and align it to the center and hold Alt to scale it. There we go. Perfect. Let's lock the image here. And let's create a rectangle around this. So click R and just scale it around the section. And let's disable the grid, holding Ctrl+Shift+4. Select your rectangle and let's add this blue color here. Let's give it an opacity of 15 here. Oops. 15, not 150. Let's play around with this to give it some kind of shade. Let's up it to 25. Let's give it a nice blue shade here. Right, 35. There we go. That should work. Try to find something that will work for us. Try 45. There we go. That should be working fine. Let's position two hubs. Let's group all of them. Actually, the rectangle, let's put it inside the frame. Just drag it inside the frame. There we go. Let's position this 240 pixels. So 240 pixels distance spacing between each section. Let's write here, ready to book your vacation, exclamation mark. And let's write up the, let's actually add the font family here. So Kaisei, and let's give this a font size of 40. Okay, let's go 32. This 40 was a little bit too excessive. And let's write up, let's position this in the middle. Split up a little bit. Let's write up the content right now. So explore all offers and grab a seat while they are still available. This should be Montserrat, and this should be, let's give it 20 pixels. Let's enter here and write contact us and book your trip today. Align it to the middle. Now let's give this a spacing of 16. Okay, that's looking good. Let's design a button here. So write book vacation today. Should be 20. And let's give it all a layout, holding Shift A. Let's give it 16 top and bottom. Let's try 20 actually. Yeah, let's go with 20, and let's give it 32 left and right. Let's try 40 left and right. Yeah, let's go with 40. Let's grab this blue color here again, apply it to a text here, select your component and add fill of white. And let's add 4 pixels. Let's reduce this to 16. There we go. Good now. Select all of them, align them in the middle first. Text line middle, line middle. Let's position this. Actually, let's reduce the size here to 16. Let's give this button bigger priority. Let's position it 20 pixels below this. And now you can select all of your elements and align them to the center. There we go. Okay, so the only thing we're missing here is the log section. So I'm just gonna copy this outside the frame so it's not grouped and put it inside again. Because what happens if you copy this, let's say, because this is already in a group, right? So if you just copy this, and then it's still gonna be in a group. So I have to ungroup everything. Let's Control Z to go back. But if you copy it and directly put it outside the frame, the main frame that you're working in, it's not gonna be in a group. So that's just kind of a trick. So this is news. Let's write here news and articles. Let's ungroup this. And let's copy this and write here recent posts. Let's give this a black color. And let's give this 20 pixels. Maybe 16. Medium. Let's try bold. Yeah, let's go with bold. Now let's position this 24, and this should be Montserrat. Now let's try medium and Montserrat. Yep. 16 pixels. Line middle, group them. There we go. Let's position 240 pixels below. And now we're going to be designing this blogs. So for this blogs, we're going to be needing a new layout grid. So we're not going to be using this one. We're going to be using another layout grid that we're going to create. So let's add a new one. Let's add columns here. Let's add margin 120 with a gutter of 32 and a count of 3. So this will give us 3 columns that we can work on. So let's create a frame here. There we go. We can add the image to this. Let's add a red color for the moment. Let's give it a height of 240. There we go. Let's grab the blog images here. So let's delete this and this. Grab these 3 images. Oops. Copy them and just paste them here. Let's scale this down, holding Shift. Copy it and paste it here and hold Alt. Scale it. There we go. Oops. Perfect. Let's grab the icons for this. We're going to be needing 2 icons. So this person icon and this calendar. Copy them and just paste them below this. And let's create a frame around this image. So there we go. Let's position this at the top. So we're going to be using this frame to navigate everything. And this should be 24 pixels, actually 16 pixels from the image and 24 from the left. Let's write up the admin here that's been writing the blog post. Let's per se, should be 14 pixels. And let's go with 13 actually. And then let's apply the font color that we have. So run to this. And let's give them a spacing of 4 pixels. There we go. Group them. Let's copy this one more time and let's give them a spacing of 96. Should be fine. Let's copy the calendar and just paste it here. And let's write up some date here for April 2023. Let's align this to the left. Make sure text is not screwing out our design. There we go. Let's write up a title here. So, best place to make amazing memories with loved ones. This should be our main font family, Kaisei Runo Yumi. Let's give this a font size of 16 and position 24 pixels from the left, and let's group these elements, align them and group them. Let's place this approximately 20 pixels below this. Let's scale this a little bit down and let's write up some content here. So, experience one of the most amazing tropical islands, adventures you have ever seen in your life, and enjoy our premium services and perks of our resort. Oops, typo here, and ... Let's give this Montserrat 14 pixels. Align this to the left. 24 pixels should be from the left. It should be 24 pixels. Actually, we can scale it up here. Let's see here what we can do about this. So 24 pixels left and right as well. Now let's fix up the content here. Let's scale this to 13 pixels. There we go. Let's place this approximately this to the bottom. Islands and ventures. We have some typos here. Let's fix them. There we go. And this should be 16 pixels below this. Let's add some button here, some more details. We can copy this, we can reuse it. Just select this frame and just paste it here. Just make sure to give it a proper color. So let's go with 212121 here as well. Let's position this a little bit below, so 32 pixels below this. Let's give it a spacing of 24 here from the left and 24 from the bottom. There we go. We have our block card design, so let's copy it 2 more times here. And let's scale this image down. Select your image here. You can hold Control to directly drill into down elements. So I'm holding Control. Let's line this to the middle and hold Alt to scale it both sides. And the last one should be, we have this one. Yeah. Scale it down. Hold Control to drill down into the image and paste replace. Position this to the middle. Hold Alt while scaling it, and there we go. This should be, let's see the distance between the title and description here, 40. So let's add 40 here, so we keep it consistent. Group this and position it 240 pixels. Delete this, and there we go. There we go, guys. We have successfully designed this full website design for this resort spa royal palms. Hopefully you learned something new in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed designing this with me. It was a long tutorial, but we have designed quite a lot, and hopefully you learned something on the way. So thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and we'll catch you in the next tutorial. Bye bye, guys.